Hi, thank you for joining me. We're going to make this as quickly as possible. Life continually happens, isn't that right? So I'm going to start my screen share so you can see the trade I'm working with, that we've been working with, and there it is. NZDUSD, New Zealand dollar, US dollar. And here's the news. Yesterday when we did the video, we were sitting at, just one moment, it shows negative $12.28. If you take a look at it, we're at negative $6.15. It's pretty good. Now I've been asked how many places do you put on a trade? Well, I keep my trades at one trade per one broker until it goes into profit. That keeps my margin level up high enough that I can go a long period of time without having to worry about anything. My entry price went in on June 25th of 2018 at a 0.68310. My stop loss is currently at 0.62310, which is, okay, let's go down to the hour time chart, 4 hour, 6,000 pips or $60. And it's a negative because that's the stop loss, meaning I won't lose more than that. When it hits that, I will be pulled out of the trade and I won't lose anymore. My my take profit is in at 0.74310, which also is 6,000 pips or $60. And that can be changed whenever my entry price, or the trade itself, goes above into profit around 400 or 500 pips. So I can move my stop loss above my entry price, meaning I won't lose any of the profit I've made. That's not a bad idea, don't you think? Now, I've also been asked why I don't put more than one in. And that is because the broker I'm using right here has an FIFO guideline that they go by. That is first in, first out. So regardless of where the price is at, the entry price, if it's stop loss or take profit, you put a second or third in this specific trade. The first one has to be pulled out before you can pull out a second or a third. Doesn't matter if it's in stop loss or profit. That also changes your margin level. Most brokers will allow you to go down, well, barely 100%. By my experience, what I've been taught and what I've seen, if you go below a 500%, you have a better chance of losing and risking every single thing you have. That's just not a good practice. So I keep my margin level over 2,500%, but right now it's at 4,845.2%. So I have a long way to go before I have the possibility of being stomped out or kicked out of the trade and losing my account. When I started this, I started with $280. You take a look at my balance right now, it shows just under $1,000. Now, all of that wasn't from trading. I wanted to make sure my balance was high enough so my margin level was high enough. Okay, so I added more to make sure I didn't have to worry about my margin level. Now, I've also been asked why I trade in the daytime chart. Well, for instance, this chart is what you call a naked chart, meaning there's no indicators, no trend lines, no marking up the chart. All that's here is the stop loss, the entry price, and the take profit. That's what a naked chart's all about. So the reason I have a naked chart and no trends or indicators is because of my health issues. I go through grand mal seizures, forgetting everything every single night I sleep. So every day I have to relearn it all. Everything. Things that people do that they don't even think about and do. I have to relearn how to do that. And relearning the indicators, the head and shoulders, the support and demand, marking up the chart every day, and all that is just too overwhelming. So I stick to a naked chart and a day time chart, and I'll show you why with that. When you go down to a minute time chart, there's not much here that you can see, right? Yeah, it's moving a little, but there's not much. And I wouldn't advise trading in the smaller time charts without the indicators, unless you've got the experience as well as the knowledge and skill that you don't have to worry about marking up your charts. I wouldn't trade here. It's just extremely risky. When we go into 5-minute time chart, we can see a little more movement. It's got my interest, but I don't see what I should be doing, where I should put my stop loss or my take profit or even my entry price. It makes me really wonder, and it only goes back to the beginning of this month, a week ago. Not a lot of time here. Moving into the 15-minute time chart, there's more. And to really understand what's going on in a chart, a time chart, you can associate it with an excellent movie. One of the classics, you know, the ones that go for 3 to 4 hours? Yeah, one of those. In the first 15 minutes, you've got maybe a few songs, you've met the characters, the main people, but you have no idea where it's going to go. It's the same with a trade. It has your interest, you can see what's going on, but you cannot pinpoint the exact movement, the exact trend. And every trade, with every trade, the trend is your friend. So you want to know what's going on. Going into a 30-minute time chart, you can see how it tests the support, how it's changing and re-entry, doing all of the necessary head and shoulders that you would learn with an indicators or with marking up your chart. Yeah, you can see it. And only if you have the indicators as well as the experience would it be not as risky to trade in the lower time charts, the 30-minute or less, basically. Because you can't see much. You don't have a clear picture. And in the 30 minutes from a movie, you've got your interest, but things change quickly. So you never know. Going into the hour time chart, there's more here. And I can see some of what's going on. But it only goes back to August of 2018. Not that much long ago of where it was. So once again, I wouldn't advise it until you marked up your charts and learned how to do it, and then in trading for a period of time and doing a live instead of a demo. If you do a demo, you can do what you want until you learn the skills. It's not that big of a deal. So going into the 4-hour time chart, by here, the movie's finished and you fully understand what's going on. With the time chart, It goes back to December of 2017, so it's almost a year. But there's still some ideas, and it's not a clean, clear picture of the trade, the trend that this trade has been doing. And that's by going to the daytime chart. In the daytime chart, when you trade right, but you look left to figure out what that trade is going to do. So when you sit on where the trade's sitting, right there basically, you move left to the last time it came up like the pattern it has right now, which is right there. And this will tell you, hey, you know what? It's testing and retesting. It hasn't broke through, but it will turn and go into our take profit. I see it happening, and you can tell with the head and shoulders how it tests and retests 3 times, turns and goes opposite direction. It's got that pattern, that trend that is continually working on. And when we started this, we were at negative $6.12. It went up to $6.50, but it's down to $6.06 and going lower. It just dropped under $6. That's an excellent thing. I've also been asked where I get my signals. And there's 5 areas I look for signals at. 1 is Orrin Wright. 2 is Stevenson Lindor, who are educators with iMarkets Live, and they teach from beginner all the way to advanced, even with a naked chart, all to marking it up. They're just awesome, and they've got it together. The 3rd area is Christopher Terry, who happens to be our CEO of iMarkets Live, and he has over 25 years of trading experience. Because of his knowledge, I would say he's a pretty good bet on where to do your charts. He'll show you how to do so. 4th area is Tracy Walker, who is my sponsor in iMarkets Live, but she'll show you how to mark up your charts, how to find a trade to work with, how to find the entry price, the stop loss, take profit, how to get in and when to get out, and she'll take it as far as you need to know, because she runs summits and webinars that she has the education for people that are interested in trading. And the last spot is Swipe Trades, which is an app that goes on your smartphone. So you don't have to sit in front of a computer or a laptop. You can put this trade on your tablet or your smartphone and trade anywhere you have Wi-Fi or internet. You can do it. That's why Swipe Trades is so awesome. It's so complete with the information that we need. Now, I know it might be scary, and with time, because trading takes patience, consistency, and no emotion. So keep your trades in a separate area that you will only do trade. And sooner or later, it will pay you to pay a bill if that's what you need it for. And there you have it. It's not that difficult to do. If you stay, follow direction, listen to the sponsors or the intelligence or the experience of others around you, and you can go far. Keep in mind, because my margin level is 4,847.46%, I can go for months with this trade and not have to worry about anything. That's why my lot size is at a 0.01, the lowest you can get, meaning that's the least amount I could win or lose. And I can always change that as the trading gets going. So this is how you begin, and when you learn the experience, then you can move forward. I'm going to stop my screen share. Oh, by the way, we're at a negative $6.08. So stop our screen share and see if there are any questions that need to be answered. Going once, going twice, and gone. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday, November 13th, 2018. And I started at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day or night, depending on where you are and when you're watching this video. Bye for now.